Hello everyone, this is Mathematics and we are here with the first three sections of chapter 5, straight line graphs. I have merged the first three sections of this chapter because the things that I'm going to tell you in this session, actually we're going to have two sessions for straight line graphs, but the things that I'm going to tell you about in this session are all IGCSE, alright? So we are not going to really focus on the process of getting the equation of a straight line, rearranging it into a form that is acceptable by the question and by the examiner, and so on. So we're just going to go through them and have a little revision for them. Alright, so let's go. Straight line graphs, forms of the equation. Alright, so guys, the main form that we write the equation of our straight lines and the manipulation of the straight lines are to be done with this equation. Alright? So this one is the main equation. However, the question might mention the fact that you need to write your answer in form ax plus by plus c. Then if the question asks you to do so, then you have to do so, or otherwise you lose 1 mark. Alright? So let's be just cautious about what the question wants us to do. If it doesn't mention any form, then you can write it as either one of these two. If it mentions one form specifically, then you're gonna write your answer specifically in that form. So take that into account. And to find the equation of a straight line, we must know either the coordinates of 2 points on the straight line or the gradient of the straight line and the coordinates of 1 point on it. Alright, so guys, what does that really mean? So you see here, if you say that a line L, has equation y is equal to mx plus c, and it passes through x1, y1 and x2, y2, these are the coordinates of 2 points, alright? The value of my gradient is going to be delta y over delta x. What is delta y? Change in y. What is delta x? Change in x. So it is simply change in y, divided by change in x. And therefore we have the equation y2 minus y1 over why did I say x squared? x2 minus x1. Alright? So this is it. However, you see that, guys, when I get the value for the gradient, I still don't know the value for the constant term, right? Or you can also say that this is my y-intercept. Alright? So, very important. You can call it as either y-intercept or constant. Constant term, doesn't really matter. And to find your constant term, you need to substitute a pair of your coordinates, it means the coordinates of one of your points, into the equation of the straight line and get the value for c, while you have the value for the gradient. So here for these 2 points, we mentioned that we have to have either the coordinates of 2 points. So when I have the coordinates of 2 points, I can find the gradient easily, and then I can substitute the coordinates of either one of the 2 points into the equation and get the constant term, and then rewrite the equation of the straight line. However, if I have the gradient, then my work is easier, right? The process of writing the equation will be easier, and finding the c, the constant term, the y-intercept. So either one of these two conditions must be met for you to be able to find the equation of a straight line. And as I wrote here, substitute the gradient and one pair of coordinates to find c. Alright. And guys, this is the equation that we get familiar with in Pure Mathematics 1. And okay, let's say that I had the gradient m is equal to 8 and it passes through 1 and 8. Alright, or let's say 1 and 16. So If I say y is equal to mx plus c, where my m is equal to 8, so I can rewrite this as y is equal to 8x plus c, and it passes through 1 and 16. I substitute 1 into x and substitute 16 into y. So it will be 16 equal to 8 plus c, so c is equal to 8. And so I can rewrite the equation as y is equal to 8x plus 8, right? Like, this is the thing that we were doing in IGCSE, and we can still do it here in A-level. However, the book is providing you with another general form, with another general equation, which is this one, and you can do the same here, okay? So when I say y minus y1, okay, y is a general term. However, y1 is the y coordinate of one of your points. All right, y minus 16, m, which is 8 here, x minus, okay, x is the general term, minus x1. x1 is the x coordinate of the point that you selected the y coordinate from. So, I mean, sometimes you have 2 points and you're trying to find the you're trying to find the equation of the straight line, right? So, let's say you have 2 and 24 as well. All right. So I don't want to see any of you doing the thing that, okay, I put 16 here for y1 and 2 here for x1. This is not possible, guys. This simply makes your answer wrong, okay? So please do not make this mistake. If you're choosing the y1 from this, choose the x1 from this as well. If you're choosing y1 from this, then choose x1 from this as well. All right? So y minus 16 is equal to 8 times x minus, okay, what was the point? 1 and 16, right? Okay, minus 1. So if I expand, I'll have y minus 16 equal to 8x minus 8. So if I bring the 16 here, then I'll have y is equal to 8x plus 8. And I'll have the same answer. Alright, so this is the form that the book is providing. And it is good, you can use it. And you can also use the form that you know from IGCSE, which is substituting the value into the real equation. Properties of straight lines. So we're going to talk about perpendicularity and talking about the lines, 2 lines being parallel. And so let's say that we have 2 lines, okay? The line L and the line L prime, or L dash, doesn't matter. The line L has the equation y is equal to mx plus c, and the line L prime has the equation y is equal to m dash x, or m prime x, plus c dash, or c prime. So we're going to consider the 2 cases in which the lines are perpendicular and parallel. All right? So when are these 2 lines perpendicular? These 2 lines, L and L prime, are perpendicular when the multiplication or the product of their gradients is equal to minus 1. Alright? So you have to be careful about that one, and you need to memorize it. You must memorize it. And the lines L and L prime being parallel, they need to have this specific condition, that is, the gradient of the 2 lines being equal to each other. However, the constant terms, the y-intercepts, must not be equal. Okay, what happens if the constant terms are equal as well? Then the 2 lines are the same as each other. Okay, then the 2 lines are passing on each other. And okay, let's say you have this line and this line. These 2 have the same gradient, okay? But they have the different c. They have different constant terms. They have different y-intercepts. However, if they were supposed to have the same y-intercept, then the second line could have been drawn again on this one. So this was my first line, and if the second one was supposed to have the same y-intercept, then this would have been my second line, exactly lying on each other. So the constant terms must not be equal. That's why I had emphasized on the and no, and this one being considered. So, all right, and time to do an example. So let's do the example. A line is perpendicular to the line 2y minus x minus 8 equal to 0 and passes through the point 5 and minus 7. Find the equation of the line. All right, so I'm just going to do this in two ways. So there will be no confusion, or you can choose whichever method that you want. Solution 1. Okay, let's do solution 1. So first of all, guys, 2y minus x minus 8 equal to 0 must be converted into the form y is equal to mx plus c. Alright? So 2y is equal to x plus 8. So y is going to be equal to 1 over 2x plus 4. And it says that a line, okay, let's call the line L, okay? The line is perpendicular to this line. Okay, if it is perpendicular, then it means if I have my line as y is equal to mx plus c, then I know that 1 over 2 times m is going to be minus 1. So m is going to be minus 1 divided by 1 over 2, which is going to be minus 2. So for my line, I got the gradients right now because of the rule, because of the law that I knew earlier. The product of the two gradients must be equal to minus 1 if they are supposed to be perpendicular to each other. So that's it. And as for the constant term, L y is equal to minus 2x plus c, and it passes through 5 and minus 7. You can substitute these two, and then I'll have minus 7 is equal to minus 2 times 5 plus c. This will be minus 10. Minus 10 brought to this side will be 10. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. So my c is going to be equal to 3. And therefore, y is going to be equal to minus 2x plus 3. Alright? And this is my answer. For solution 2, I'm gonna do quite the same, but I'm just gonna use another method here, okay? The method that the book gave us, so no worries. 2y minus, wait, what was the equation? Oh, 2y minus x minus 8 is equal to 0. Again, it should be written in the form y is equal to mx plus c. Then I write it as y is equal to 1 over 2x plus 1 over 4. Wait, why 1 over 4? 4. And then we should get this one. Y is equal to mx plus c, where 1 over 2 times m is going to be minus 1, so m is going to be equal to minus 2. And now you can use this formula. Y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. What was the point again? It was... okay, wait. What was the point again? 5 and minus 7. Alright. 5 and minus 7. Okay. Wait, why can't I zoom in? Okay, I zoomed in. So it's going to be y minus minus 7, which is going to be plus 7. I'll just write it like this, and I will change it a little bit later. M is going to be minus 2 times x minus x1 is 5. So that's it. I'll have y plus 7 equal to minus 2x plus 10. I will bring the 7 here, and therefore y is equal to minus 2x plus 3, and answer is still the same. So the only one hint that remains for me to tell you is about writing your answer in the form ax plus by plus c being equal to 0. So in this question, okay, in this question, there is no information that is telling you to give your answer in a specific form. So even if you leave your answer as this or this, which is the same, these two are the same, aren't they? There will be no problem. You'll be awarded the mark. However, if the question was supposed to mention that write your answer in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then we would, okay, and where a, b, and c are integers to be found. So I don't have enough space to write to be found. So you may wonder, okay, here you'll see that your original equation is y is equal to minus 2x plus c. And then if you bring these two, wait, minus 2x plus 3, we had c. So if you bring these two to the left side, it will be y, okay, 2x plus y plus 3 equal to 0. Alright? And this could be your answer. However, some people are just worried about the thing that, okay, what if I have fractions? I'm just going to do one rearrangement here. Guys, if you have y is equal to, let's say, 1 over 7 minus 1 over 7x plus 3 over 14, then you bring all of the terms to the left-hand side, as we were supposed to do. It will be 1 over 7x plus y minus 3 over 14 equal to 0. Now, you multiply both sides by 14 here. Okay, which is the HCF, highest common factor of 7 and 14. So, if I multiply 1 over 7x by 14, it's going to be 2x. If I multiply y by 14, it's going to be 14y. And if I multiply minus 3 over 14 by 14, it's going to be minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, and this is a simple example for you to rearrange the equation, and it is quite easy. So if the question wants you to rearrange the equation in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0 for 1 extra mark, then not only you need to panic, but you can also just be happy because the mark is free and you can rearrange it very, very easily. And that's it, guys. This is for part 1 of the equation of the straight line. And we will have our check on area, length, and the other stuff, the other equations that they can give you in the next section and in the next session, of course. So till then, see you guys, take care.